There is a game that President William Ruto is playing politically, and is a game that he played in 2007, but unfortunately it led to many deaths in the post-election violence. Right now, President William Ruto is propagating an anti-Kikuyu narrative, and many people are being recruited into that, so that perhaps he wants to divide the country into Kikuyu versus the rest of the country. Is something that has been highlighted greatly, and that is what we're gonna talk about today. I know some have started judging me, but here we do vivid analysis. And equally, if you are dissatisfied, you can write your comment down there, give your opinion. We shall talk about it and maybe prepare another video. Now, what has been experienced in Kenya recently is not a careless talk by Hassan Omar, but it is an anti-Kikuyu narrative that has been propagated by maybe the master himself, William Ruto. One thing you should know is that Hassan Omar is no fool. He's no fool in the sense that being the Secretary General, he can come to an event where the president is and spews such hatred towards Kikuyu community, and then the president is seated there smiling and laughing, and thereafter that same president, when he stands to speak, does not reprimand him or even question him. That tells you that that statement said is what he was given, is what he was told to say by the same president, because he said this himself in 2007. In fact, before we go further, I want to take you back to 2007 and give you a hint. I know there are those who are not there during that time, and we, the people who experienced it firsthand, we are here to inform you. In 2007, William Ruto and Raila Odinga were together. Raila Odinga was vying for president, and William Ruto was his deputy president. In fact, was to be the vice president, because by that time there was no the 2010 constitution. So during the campaigns, William Ruto started a campaign, anti-Kikuyu campaign, and is on record. He said Kalenjins have a bigger problem with the Kikuyus than even Luos. He even further said that he hates Kikuyus so much than the Luo people. Those are the same words he said. And those are not my words. I want to play this video here. It is a video from 2007, but it can be of importance because it will be the basis of whatever we're gonna talk about today. Roll the tape.
Mimi nauliza nyinyi, kama mko na shida na Wakikuyu, hamuko na shida na Wakikuyu kuliko sisi wa Kalenjin. Tuko na shida kubwa zaidi. Sawa sawa? Lakini ikifika mahali unatofautisha maneno, unaweka maneno ya tofauti za kijamii kando, unatafuta serikali kwanza, kwa sababu ile serikali itakusaidia kutatua matatizo ulio nayo. Lakini kama wewe unakwama mahali moja, unasema huyu simpendi na huyo hatoki Kenya, atakuwa hapo siku ya kupiga kura, atapiga kura hata na yeye. Sasa wewe utafanya namna gani?
That is President William Ruto. By then, he was not president, he was not deputy president, he was just a member of parliament. He was a member of parliament, and then he was, vying with Raila Odinga. And here, he said vividly that he hates Kikuyu community. Number one, when you hate someone or you hate a tribe, is not something that someone must do something to you so that can happen. It comes voluntarily, and going away is never a joke. Therefore, if we hated Kikuyus back in 2007, there's nothing to make him like them now. So that hatred continues. And even in 2022, that hatred maybe was, let me say, ilifunikwa tu kidogo, so that he gets the votes of Mount Kenya region because it is vote rich. But again, in 2022, after the Kikuyu votes have shifted loyalty, and the people there, they want to support their own, and they have, betrayed. Let me not say it betrayed. They just pushed him away. Now he has started this narrative, the anti-Kikuyu narrative. I don't know whether this time round it will work best for him, because when he tried to pull that card in 2007, it led to the deaths of innocent people in the post 2007 election violence. So one thing you must know, being that William Ruto is on record saying such awful things against the Kikuyu community, and now Hassan Omar, who is the Secretary General of ODM, is saying the same things. There is they are the same. There is a similarity between what William Ruto said in 2007 and what Hassan Omar just said recently. And remember, it is not only Hassan Omar who said that. Recently, Kipchumba Murkomen, who is the Cabinet Secretary, Internal Security, equally spewed such hatred too when addressing the maandamano that happened recently about the fuel price hike. He even pointed out that these Kikuyus, maybe they're the ones demonstrating, because when Uhuru Kenyatta was the president, there was a price hike in fuel. They never demonstrated. Why are they demonstrating now? So he was pointing all the blame to the Kikuyus. Tentatively, when an internal cabinet secretary, internal security cabinet secretary says such a thing, that tells you something is not okay somewhere. And this is a script they are reading from their master, who is William Samoei Ruto. The same words have been said by Oscar Sudi. In as much as Oscar Sudi is not coming out clear, he has been attacking Uhuru Kenyatta vehemently. He has been, to some extent, abusing and hurling insults to the Kikuyu community. To some extent, he has been doing that. In as much as it's not clear, but as a political analyst, we can always join the dots that the same thing that Murkomen is speaking, the same thing that Hassan Omar is speaking, that is the same thing that Oscar Sudi equally is speaking. And that is a script that was given by President William Ruto. Maybe that is the only thing, because right now, again, in 2027, the William Ruto is going to join hands with the Luos the same way they joined hands in 2007. And that is why now they want to declare a fight against the Kikuyu community. Recently you heard Gladys Wanga speak about Kikuyu community. She said that if they get out of government, then Kikuyus will be there wanting to take that position. And therefore they said and swore that they are gonna stick to the broad-based government so that to lock the Kikuyu community out. We understand there's been a difference. There's been a hatred between Kikuyus and Luos. In fact, it is bred. It is inbred, such that people are taught to hate Luos, and the Luos equally, as they are born and kids are growing, they are equally taught on how to hate Kikuyus. It has been there since the times of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga and the times of Jomo Kenyatta, and that thing has been passed from generation to generation. Yeah. It has been passed from generation to generation. So that is there. But again, for President William Ruto to put people to profile the Kikuyu community, to start that campaign, the anti-Kikuyu campaign, that is uncalled for. And I know President William Ruto, what he is aiming, he is to divide the country such that the rest of the country will be against Kikuyu community because they are the majority. They are the political vote-rich region. So that once that happens, he can be able to solicit some of the votes from the rest of the country, from the rest of the tribes. I don't know whether it will work, whether it will bring chaos like the ones experienced in 2004 or 2007, but God forbid. We hope that in 2027 we shall have a very peaceful election whereby William Ruto may be kicked out of the race, may be kicked out of the seat. Maybe Kenya can breathe again and have another leader who does not spew, who does not profile a community for his own political interests. I don't know what you think. You can write your comment down there in the comment section. Let us talk, let us discuss. Perhaps it can form a basis of whatever we're going to talk about the next video.